Good day and greetings from the Great White North. My name is Prickly Poo and welcome to week 70. And oh my god, what a week. This has been a horrible week and it's not even half over. The main thing that happened, actually, before we get into all the shit that happened during the weekend, I forgot last week to update you on my weight loss. Partly because I got all excited about whatever I was talking about. And part two, or firstly, second, anyway. The other part is that I just plain forgot, and it was a very minimal gain, so probably just kind of went thunk and threw it out of my head for a bit. Anyway, last week when I did my weigh-in, very small progress. Lost 0.2 pounds. So I was not pleased about that. So probably part of the reason why I didn't say anything. But this Sunday when I did my weigh-in, I had a significant drop once again, which was very good. To a point where, as of right now, well, actually I don't know what I am right now. I'm probably a little bit higher at this point, but, and I'll tell you that why again. When I did my weigh-in, I was at 210.2, so I have a little over 10 pounds to lose in 5 weeks, which I know that I can do. We've all done it. We've been averaging 1 or 2 pounds a week for a while, and I'm still on the spinach and mushroom kick, so it's been very helpful. It's been very good. And again, not something that I'm just sort of doing without, so I can say, oh, I can only have salad. I've just been every single day. That's all I want, all the time. It's really good. I should probably do like a little, here's how you make it thing. Maybe I'll do that as well. Sort of make up for lost time, because this weekend, everything went to shit. I decided for months I've been having this little pop-up on my screen going, oh, you should upgrade to another operating system, which is a higher version and a different number, 3 higher than what you have now. Because I don't know if I can actually say it. I probably can, because this is going to be a commentary thing. But anyway, so it's been going on, and I'm like 2 weeks away from the deadline. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it, which was really stupid. So anyway, I hit upgrade, thought it's probably going to take 5 or 6 hours. I've got 2 days, don't need to do anything. Everything should be good. 16 hours later, it finally finishes, which it had started getting me worried. As soon as it came up, everything died. Everything crashed. Everything went, and nothing would work. So I fought with that for a while, tried to get it working, and then on Sunday, I thought, all right, I can record. I can do what I need to do. Did my recording, started rendering, and no sound. No picture, no nothing. So over Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday morning, so for those 2 days straight, that's all I did was try to fix the issue with my computer. So long story short, everything's back up and running, I think. I finished everything off and was able to upload properly on Tuesday morning instead of Sunday, so like 2 whole days, which drove me nuts because I've been able to stick to that schedule. And it's always been a concern of mine that maybe someday my computer's going to crap out and I'm going to miss a day. But this got to a point where it was so bad that I pretty much went, you know what, maybe this is time for me to go, enough is enough. Don't need to do any more. Fiddle with stuff and eventually get it back up and running and probably not go back. And I really didn't want to do that because, and this is where the other part comes in. Actually, sorry, before we finish all that off, everything is up and running. Things are going smoothly. I'm back onto the original operating system that I was on before. I think what I might do is attempt it again, knowing full well that the upgrade is not going to work. So once I do an upgrade, I may have to do a complete hard reset and reinstall everything from scratch, which means that I'm going to lose a lot of stuff that I have. So I got to make sure that it's set aside somewhere so I won't lose that. But at least that way I'll know what I'm getting into this time. So I may do that. Anyway, with that frustration came a lot of old bad habits immediately kicking in. Actually, you know what? On top of everything else, I know I'm jumping back and forth, but haven't done any exercise during those 2 days either. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Didn't do my treadmill. I didn't do push-ups or sit-ups or any of that stuff because all my time was just focused on this. And that sort of goes hand in hand with what had happened because all those old, this is the most frustrating thing that has happened in a very long time. So instantly you get cravings for candies and cakes and sugary, salty things and all sorts of things that are bad, which I did indulge on. I will be honest with you. Didn't go overboard. I didn't have, 5 bags of chips, 5 bags of chips like I normally would. But I had popcorn, like not just regular popcorn, which is okay, but like the bad popcorn, like caramelly popcorn things. Sour jujubes, they came back, but to a point where I thought, I don't have an excuse for it. It was stuff that I should not be eating, especially where I'm trying to hit that goal. I have 10 pounds left to go. So, and then I move on to the next goal. But part of that was me thinking, you know what, maybe I'm done. I could take a week off, take a week, have what I want, and then get back into it. Which, of course, would never, ever happen. If I took a week off, then it would turn into 2, and then that would turn into 4, and that would turn into 2 months, and 6 months, and a year, and I'd get right back to where I was. So when it sort of dawned on me, I can't do this. I obviously need to get back. I need to fix this problem. I need that schedule. I have to have it for the time being. And it's something that I've sort of grown dependent on, over the past year and a half or so, because it's something that I need to have that structure. If I don't, then I don't exercise, I don't eat right. In fact, Tuesday morning, for the first time in a very, very long time, because I was working on this stuff, and that was my finger, ow. Because I was working on this stuff, I went to work and I had forgotten that I didn't have breakfast. Like, I don't like missing that, because usually what ends up happening is that you skip that, and then you're hungry throughout the day, and then you binge when you get home. We've all done it. Didn't get to that point, so I was okay. But it's the first time that I've really skipped that section of my day for the first time in a long time. So getting everything back up and running, finishing off the recording, being able to post everything, and then get back sort of almost immediately. As soon as everything went up and it was uploaded and I had edited everything I needed to do, I was able to just almost instantly feel like, okay, I'm back where I need to be. The cravings were gone, partly because I had already indulged on them the day before. I didn't feel panicky. I thought, you know what, now I kind of missed the fact I didn't do my treadmill. I didn't do any exercises. So being able to get back into that, that's all it took, was just that one little upset, which was a minimal thing, and just completely threw me for 2 days straight. 2.5, let's be honest. 3 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Because everything sort of happened. I started the upgrade on Saturday night and then started recording Sunday, and it just, did not work. And then 2 days later, I recorded the second half and sort of tried to splice them all together and try to figure out which section was causing the problem. I could have just, as it turns out, re-recorded everything and started from scratch, but I'm not going to do that, obviously. But it's weird because even just that little ripple in my daily schedule is apparently enough for me just to go, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to have snacky things and not do exercise and stuff. And I think part of it is just because it was so unexpected and just really frustrating to sort of have everything just go, no, we aren't going to work anymore. But it shows me that I still need to do this. I still need to keep updating things. I still need at least twice a week to keep doing this. I still need to be accountable, because it would be very easy. Once that accountability was gone, it was, well, I can take a couple of days. And I knew deep down that it's like, you know what, you need to be careful, because those couple of days are going to bleed into weeks and months and years down the road. And you can't afford to go buy all new clothes again. So I sort of nipped that in the bud right away. I did have my little bad snacky things, did go over as well. So I don't know what I'm at right now. I weighed myself yesterday. And yesterday morning, and it was around 212. So that should hopefully get rid of everything. I don't think I'm going to actually probably lose too much this week. Once I get back into the treadmill and my exercising and everything else, it might be a little bit better. But I think the damage has been done for those 2 days, which is weird because I feel like I've been binging, but I haven't. I had like 2 cups of popcorn, which isn't a lot, but when it's like not candy corn, that's horrible. That pink stuff is gross. It's like caramel corn. Stuff like that is, that's a lot to eat, especially when you shouldn't be doing it. Same thing with the jujubes. I didn't get the massive bag like I normally do. I got a little bit because I knew that I was going to be going through this, but I shared with a whole bunch of other people as well. So just sort of give myself that excuse to say, well, I didn't eat the whole thing. Pretty much did. But I do know that I still need to do this. And it just feels like this entire week, just as soon as the computer went down and that failed, then my exercising failed and my dieting failed. I know we aren't dieting, but you know what I mean. My eating habits, just everything, just kind of fell over, and it shows me just how dependent I am on this structure. And I know that eventually, at some point down the road, a year or two down the road, I won't need this structure. It won't need to be as regimented. I can sort of relax a little bit because I'll know what I need to do. And I mean, we sort of know what we need to do now. But as for me, for right now, this is what's keeping me going. This is what's keeping me, on that path of weight loss, getting healthier, stuff like that, and to continue on with my exercise, because I know I have to come back at some point and say, I didn't do what I was supposed to do this week. I didn't do this and this and this, and I ate this when I really shouldn't have. And it's not something that I can just say, oh, everything was fine, everything was great, because you can see my diary on MyFitnessPal. You know what my weight is. You know what the exercise I've been doing. I can lie about that, but then I'm just doing these just so I can lie, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. So knowing that I have to come back and face you and say, okay, well, here's what happened this week. Here are my high points. Here are my low points. It helps me a great deal. It's not just to sort of share with you guys. I'm very self-serving at this point. This is for me as well. But I know that a lot of times when I'm craving something really bad and think, oh, that would be really, really good. I want this and this and this, and I could go and get these. And I think, no, because I don't want to come back and say, well, I didn't lose any weight this week, but here's why, because I bought this and this and this. Because I know that there are people that are going through the same thing going, well, you obviously can't do that. You can't keep buying that shit and eating it, and you're not helping anyone. So you guys keep me on the straight and narrow. The schedule keeps me going as well, so I know I'm not quite to the stage where I can give this up just yet. So I'll be sticking around for a while anyway, no matter what happens. And as it turns out, being a couple days off, like video-wise, not being able to post when I need to post is a high point of stress. But if that's the most stress I go through for stuff like this, it's well worth it. It's still better than, half of the shit that other people are going through. So at least I can sort of look at that and say, yeah, that's good. So I had some good progress this week. I want to continue on with that. I've got 5 weeks left to go to lose 10.2 pounds, probably 12.2 at this point. But I think once I'm back into the exercise and, that's been improving as well, a little bit more than I expected, which was really, really nice. Get back into my treadmill because I do kind of miss it. I always feel better after I do it. And just sort of getting back into the groove of things and knowing I've got 5 weeks to hit my goal. And then actually at that 5-week point as well, once I hit 202, but we'll say 200, not only will I be under 200 pounds for the first time since I was 4, but I will also no longer be obese. I will be overweight, which will be very, very nice. And then after that, then I'm going to say week 100 is where I need to hit my actual final target of 175. If things get really kind of creepy and I think, you know what, 180 is probably a little bit healthier for me, but I think 175 is roughly where I need to be. We can tweak it that way, but as of right now, I'm on track to where I need to go, where I need to be, what we're doing, and I feel much, much better now that this is working and I can do what I need to do and sort of keep me honest overall. So anyway, that was this week. A lot of good points, a lot of bad points, some really frantically, frustratingly shitty points, but overall, still lost some weight, and hopefully we'll do the same at the end of this week. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So that is what I have to look forward to. There's something else I was look forward to. That didn't make any sense either, did it? I know there's something else I'm forgetting because I forgot last time to mention the weight. Neither lost, I guess. But I think everyone's up to date. So yeah, things are working. This is what happens when you get thrown off. You just don't know what to do. So things are working for now. So I'm not going to push my luck. I'm going to leave this video here. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please poke the like button for me. And in the meantime, keep our warm and fuzzy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.